Hi guys, welcome to my channel The Angel Witch Tarot, and this video is for Leos. Hi Leos. This video is for the week of 16th Feb to the 22nd of February 2026. I've changed up the order of the reading, so I'll be doing the cards first and then the Astro Dice, because the Astro Dice covers the overall energy of the week. So we're gonna need the cards first and then the Astro Dice, so that you get the energy of the week overall after the clarifications and how the cards tell me about your week, how it's gonna go and what kind of guidance you need, right? So let's move on to the intuitive oracle cards first, and see what intuitive messages the spirits want you to know regarding your intuition. Breakthrough insight. It says intuition brings breakthrough insights. Act on them. And then the second card, mind and heart harmony. When mind and heart align, your intuition becomes crystal clear. So let's move on to the tarot. So let's see how the week is gonna go, my dear Leos. Okay, we've got the Hermit in reverse. That's the first card. And then we've got Death upright. And then we've got the Sun in reverse. So the reversed Hermit talks about isolation, loneliness, withdrawal, resignation, distance, and the fact that you've probably lost your way. The reversed Sun talks about your inner child, how you're feeling down and being overly optimistic, but at the same time you're full of negativity. You're feeling depressed, you're feeling sad, you're being careless and being arrogant at the same time. But this will come to an end. You will find new beginnings. You will find that transformation or transition, that metamorphosis, like a butterfly coming out of its cocoon. And it talks about the end of a cycle. Death doesn't have to mean actual death. It could mean death of a negative phase. It could be a transition from a negative phase to a positive phase, or from a positive phase to a negative phase as well. But here it's for you guys to end the negative phase and move to the positive phase, the transition that we have, right? And then we've got the Ace of Swords upright. The Ace of Swords upright is all about mental clarity, the breakthroughs, the new ideas, the success, having a sharp mind, having that new conflict coming your way. Or if your health is not in the right state, or your health is going downhill, it could mean that you might have a minor operation or something, right? So let's see the next card. Then we have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords in reverse is all about past resentment, desire to reconcile, making amends, and desire to forgive something or someone for something, right? And then we've got the Seven of Cups in reverse. You're finding alignment. You're recognizing your personal values. You're being overwhelmed by a lot of choices, right? So it's the choices that are overwhelming you. Although you're finding alignment here and you're recognizing your personal values, you're overwhelmed by the choices and you're stuck in an illusion which is diverting you from the path that you have to take. It's causing you confusion and it's making you think that you lack purpose. And then we have the Three of Cups, one of the overall cards. So the Three of Cups upright is all about celebration, friendship or creative friendship, collaboration, community and happiness. You're probably going to be celebrating something. We've got the Ten of Cups here as well. So it could mean divine love, harmony, blissful relationships, alignment, inner happiness, fulfillment, dreams come true, your family contentment, total love and support. That's coming your way. So once you transition, that's coming, the transformation that is actually probably already started by now. You already had thoughts of something that you think that you've already changed. Something has changed within you. You might be thinking of that. So the transformation has already begun if that's already started. If you started thinking about the changes you're going through, it's already started. The transformation has already started, right? So let's move on to the Romance and Love Oracle cards. And like I've said in my all other videos, if you're new, I will repeat it again. The Romance and Love Oracle cards, I do not read it just for a specific romantic relationship. I could be talking about familial relationships, neighbors, friendships, co-workers, pets, not just romantic. It could be romantic, but it just depends on the card and the astro dice and all the cards coming together, right? So let's see what card we have for you. So we've got Together. It says, find joy in the simple pleasures of just being together. And then we've got Heartbreak. You've probably been through heartbreak. Heartbreak is only natural in the course of life. It will pass. Of course, it's gonna hurt for a while, but you will have this transition and you will celebrate. So let's move on to the Romance and Shadow Love Oracle cards and see what's in the shadows of the heart. You might want to think of someone for this card deck, because it could help you gain insight on how the person you're thinking is feeling, or feeling something and hiding it from you, right? Because they might just not want to burden you or hurt you in any way. We've got Alone. So it says you feel like you are alone in this situation, all by yourself, but it won't be like this forever. See, that transition is already telling you that it's not gonna last forever. The negative phase is not gonna last forever. And then we've got Late Bloomer. It says having an age gap or immature attitude, probably out of sync with yourself and need more time. That's what the cards say. Probably need more time to have this transition, especially because of the heartbreak, the isolation. So let's move on to the Beast Soul Oracle cards and see what messages or spells the spirit animals have for you this week. Alright, Leos. So we've got the Newborn Butterfly. The Newborn Butterfly is all about transformation, adaptability and renewal. So this one is a spell and it says, brilliant harbinger of change, release me from my own dark chrysalis. Alright. And then we've got the Curious Cat. The Curious Cat is all about your balance, your intuition, and your independence. It says, get close to nature and feel the mysterious magic of it. And it meaning nature, right? So that's it for the cards. Let's move on to the Astro Dice and get the overall energy of the week with this as well. Okay, we've got the 11th house. In Venus, in Scorpio. So Venus is all about love, attraction, relationships, your artistic abilities, your sociabilities, your harmony, the pleasures of life that you're going to feel, the finances, the charms, the gifts, the luxury, the attractiveness, sensuality, comfort, compromising situations, probably peace as well, balance, femininity, right? And then we've got Scorpio. And Scorpios are all about that passionate energy, the drive. You're being driven by a passion. You're probably going to be secretive but wise. You're going to be determined and powerful. It's going to be transformative. Sorry, I just love the smell of that. So it's going to be transformative week. So we're getting a lot of transformation, renewal, transformation, intuition, the celebration, alignments, death, right? New ideas, the Ace of Swords. The Five of Swords, all about past resentments, desire to reconcile, making amends, desire to forgive. So the Scorpio is all about going from paranoid or jealous or clingy and destructive to probably more positive way of energy, right? So it's all bold and intense energy, being keen, being intimidative, being vindictive, being truthful, and hiding your emotions, which is not good. So do not hide your emotions. Please talk to someone. Then we've got endings of certain things and beginnings of certain things. We've got restructuring and separation. You're separating everything, separating the past from the present so that your future can get better. You're restructuring yourself as well, right? And then we've got the 11th house. The 11th house is all about your groups, your friends, the social collective, the social society, the social awareness, the humanitarianism, the technology, the social media, the followers, your hopes and wishes for the future, the society, having protection, having those gifts, praises and recognition that you are deserving of, right? So that is the reading for Leos for the week of 16th Feb to the 22nd of Feb 2026. Alright, so I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.